LA Lakers have a huge problem, and that problem is Anthony Edwards and Jaden McDaniels. Both of them absolutely torched the Lakers in Game 3, Ant going for 29 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals in just 42 minutes of action, cooking every single coverage they had in the pick and roll with Jackson Hayes. He was 12 of 26 from the field, 5 of 10 from beyond the arc. The fact that he's just 23 showed that he is a killer and ready to be a killer in the NBA playoffs. This is really nice right here. Really mature development here in the pick and roll, waiting for the defender to go away in the hedge and then patiently waiting for Gobert to come back and rescreen, getting to his spot and knocking down the three ball. He's been fantastic on the pull-up three balls this year. He's the best shooter in the NBA other than Steph Curry right now. He shot 43% on the catch and shoot this year en route to being the three-point champion of the league. Very nice here off the pass from Julius Randle, which helps space the floor for Randle, of course, who is, another ISO scorer that teams have to throw two at. He made 321 threes this year. On top of that, he is a fantastic slasher as well, another asset to his game, another part of his development, and he's also got the clamps. As you can see right here, the Wolves as a whole clamped the Lakers down last night. He's 39% on the pull-up three ball on about 7.5 attempts per game this season, which is really, really solid. I mean, that's one of the best in the league, one of 5 guys to take 10 or more threes per game. And then he showed off the clutch gene a little bit. I mean, you look at the time and score here, tie game, 4 minutes left. He gets Luka onto him, gets to his spot, little step back, and knocks it down over the outstretched hand of Luka Doncic to ignite a run for the Wolves that would ultimately win them the game. Then Dorian Finney-Smith, who is a much better defender than Luka Doncic, tries to switch onto him, and it just doesn't matter. He gets him with that bottom foot down, step back, knockdown jumper. And Ant's really just showcasing that development and that second level. Now he's got to his game with three-point shooting. You see 7-point game here, 1 minute left, hits the dagger late in the shot clock and then driving in, drawing the defense. Luka overhelps a little bit. That's the right rotation, but he draws in a little too far, and then a lackluster closeout right here. And Jaden McDaniels knocks it down. I mean, that's a practice shot. You can't expect people to miss that, especially deep in the playoffs. They mismatch hunted the heck out of this man right here. And maybe Nico Harrison was onto something with the Luka Doncic can't play defense. Right here, he chooses to yell at the ref and yell at his defense instead of trying to contest the shot. This is James Harden levels of bad. Last night, in 2 minutes and 19 seconds of Luka guarding Ant went for 18 points on 3 of 4 shooting from beyond the arc, and the team as a whole scored 24 points. In 2 minutes. Just absolute blow-bys with Luka Doncic as the primary defender. He looks like a traffic cone out there. He couldn't guard this man in a phone booth, and yet he's out there in the NBA Finals just getting blown by. Watching. I mean, we're pretty much having the same impact on the Lakers defense, except he's getting dunked on. At least I'm not getting postered on my couch. Right here, he's driving out of the three-point line, drives it in, lets him know about it. Right, lazy defense from Luka, kind of just walking around. Ant takes advantage. And then the mismatch here on Austin Reeves. There's really mismatches everywhere. They try to run a little set right here where Julius Randle and Jaden McDaniels are going to set a little stagger screen for Ant, but Rui does a very nice job of overplaying this. So as this is overplayed, Ant cuts backdoor for the easy lay-in. And then a little bit more of the clutch gene here down the stretch, going past LeBron for the easy bucket. Remember, another big-time bucket here down the stretch. 5-point game, 2 minutes left, and Ant delivers in the clutch. This is a great duo right now for the Minnesota Timberwolves in these playoffs. Jaden McDaniels coming off of a game where he dropped 30 points, had 5 rebounds on 13 of 22 shooting in Game 3. And on top of that, he was playing fantastic defense. He must have heard what I said in last video about his defense not being fantastic. Great rotations, and then actually, little shout out to Rudy Gobert right here. He's been the best defender in the NBA playoffs thus far in terms of opponent's field goal percentage, where he is allowing just a 35% field goal percentage against him. And then the great hands right here, leading to a Jaden McDaniels breakaway for the layup for 2 of his 30 points. You can see Luka goes up for the shot. Rudy gets PTSD to last year in Game 2 of the conference finals, and he swats it away. And then we talked about Jaden with the fantastic defense on the ball. He uses that length, that athleticism to be able to really disrupt opponents and what they're trying to do. In 7 minutes last night of Luka versus Jaden McDaniels, he was 2 of 7 from the field with 4 points and 4 assists, including 2 turnovers. If you look at the opposite side of the spectrum, when Jaden McDaniels was on offense and Luka was guarding him, Luka got cooked. for 17 points on 8 of 11 shooting from the field, including 38 points as a team from the Wolves in that 8-minute run. And this isn't the first big game that Jaden McDaniels has had this series. He is on the series averaging 21 a night with 6 rebounds, 1.3 assists, and a block in 36 minutes. And like I said, they were mismatch hunting Luka all night long. It essentially became bullying, right? You start to feel bad for the guy. It gets to a point where, like I said, this is approaching James Harden 2016 through 18 James Harden level of defense. Well, really 2014 through 18 James Harden levels of defense. And then Jaden attacking, getting downhill to the rim. Really bad closeout right here by Luka. He just basically runs him off the line. Jaden McDaniels, that's not the scouting report, is to not run him off the line, right? You'll live with him shooting the 3 ball. You will not live with him getting downhill, getting to his Euro steps, getting to his deceleration moves, and scoring. Like right here, little fadeaway over Jackson Hayes. That's a really tough shot over the outstretched arm of a shot blocker. Really like him getting downhill and scoring, being aggressive, finishing at the rim. You love to see that. And then just disrupting things down low, getting the put back here in transition. He's tough to stop. And then right here, I mean, this is getting bad. Luka complaining mid-transition break for a foul call or something as Jaden McDaniels goes and lays the ball in. Like I said, his deceleration moves have gotten really nice, going to the rim, using the length and the athleticism to get there, and then the clutch factor, right? We talked about this earlier. And driving in, drawing the defense, and knocking it down. Julius Randle was a little bit concerned about that one, but it goes down. If you've made it this far in the video, make sure to like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit the subscribe button if you are enjoying it at any point. Now let's take a look at the clamps that Minnesota brings. With this starting unit of Conley, Ant, McDaniels, Julius Randle, and Rudy Gobert, this is a good defensive lineup, but they can also run this unit, and this unit a lot of times is the closing lineup with DiVincenzo, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and Naz Reid inserted in. You've got guys like Jaden McDaniels who are able to lock up nearly any player in the league. Even Anthony Edwards, when your superstar is able to sit down like this, able and willing, I may add, to sit down and guard, that is fantastic stuff. Mike Conley, 38 years old, just getting into Austin Reeves, really disrupting him, disrupting the shot. And then even Julius Randle, doing his part on the defensive side, right? Give me that. And then we're going the other way. And speaking of Julius, he had a really nice game last night. He finished with about 22 points in game 3 and did that with about 5 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal in 41 minutes on 6 of 13 shooting from the field and was 1 of 3 from beyond the arc. And he's having a pretty good series as well. Had a really good game 2. Really was the only Timberwolf that came to play in game 2 in LA. And for the series, he's averaging almost 22 points per game, 5 rebounds, 4.7 assists, and 0.7 steals in 38 minutes a game. And the craziest part is he's shooting 50% from beyond the arc on about 5 attempts per game. That is not normal Julius Randle activity. That is not his normal behavior. He's 6'9", 250 pounds, so he is tough to stop coming downhill. He's a runaway freight train when he gets downhill. Moving Jared Vanderbilt like that is not easy. And with these two, they have become a much better duo than I ever anticipated them becoming, but it's working out. Right here, Julius Randle gets trapped on the baseline. Anthony Edwards moves into the open area and gets the open 3 ball to go. Catch and shoot, we talked about he's 43% on the catch and shoot this year. He is really, really good. And then vice versa. With Ant working out of the pick and roll, they trap the pick and roll, which is Ant. Julius Randle gets to the open spot. Ant finds him and he knocks it down. Ant's become a much better passer this year, developing that part of his game as well as his 3-point shooting, and it's showing with the Timberwolves winning more games because of it. Then bully ball down low, I'm bigger than you, not really fair. But Julius Randle, another guy. We're talking about Ant's passing. Julius Randle, he's a solid passer as well. He says, hold my beer. I can do it as well. Getting downhill, a little fadeaway game. That's really his game. He's got that really smooth lefty jumper. But yeah, I really like the Wolves right now. They are looking good behind Ant, behind Julius Randle. All these guys, they are cooking right now. They just cooked the Lakers in game 3. And right now for the Lakers, it really doesn't look good. They got a big problem because they can't guard Jaden McDaniels. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like button. Leave me a comment down below and hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy it at any point. We're looking for 300 likes on today's video. And with that being said, thanks so much for watching.